just metal. Other genres that are pushed aside. Pop punk. Pop punk is still big, but it's not like it's not like it's country. It's not like it's Taylor Swift, that in the last decade is the most highest paid artist in the world. I mean, Taylor Swift's my girl though. I'm sorry. I love Taylor Swift. On the way here, I was jamming the new album. I was still like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from her in so long.
Well, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's a bitch, but she's awesome.
Yeah. I have heard that about her.
She is.
Of course, I've never run into her, so I don't.
Well, no, I haven't either. But there's enough on.
Oh, she's definitely a terrible person.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. Like, she's definitely...
she's a terrible person.
She's definitely terrible.
And the funny thing is she's terrible to photographers, but I am bound and determined to be her photographer. So, I am going to do it. I am going to, it's going to happen. You watch one day.
I don't know how somebody so terrible is still so good at looking like America's angel. That's the worst part, is we all know she's terrible, but, she's just... I'm sweet and dainty and
What's terrible about her?
So, the most recent thing she did was with her old record label. So she was on a record label called Big Machine Records. Okay. Her dad invested a crap ton of money into this independent label to build it, and she was basically the one that made the label blow up. Well, recently they were going to re-sign a contract with her, and they were going to literally give her rights to all of her masters. Like, all of her tracks were going to be hers. She was making 100% money on everything that she makes, and just to keep her. She's like, no, I'm gonna go somewhere else. But when she made a statement about it, she basically made it seem like Big Machine Records was dicking her around and being a douche and not treating her well and all this stuff. But they literally. The owner of Big Machine Records posted a status a few days later, and he's like, here's some time for some truth. And he screenshots her conversation with them and stuff, and it's all her just being like, no, it's okay, I just want to see what else is out there and everything. Totally nice conversation and everything. Well, and
she just in general has she's very good at making narratives work for her.
Yep.
So and she's very good at switching the angle, because even the Kanye West thing,
that's what angle, I was gonna go to.
Yeah, all of that's about her narrative and the angle. The Kanye West thing, there's actual proof that he's gotten permission to do everything that he's done. He's done things the right way. Kanye West, whatever, controversial in and of himself, but that whole situation between the two of them, she switched the narrative around.
Yeah,
and
isn't
she was
there
able to
voicemails or messages
yes,
where she's like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah,
that'd be rad.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like the Apple Music thing back in 2015.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and now I get where she came from with this, because Apple Music was not paying their artists. They weren't really giving them anything. But she made a big deal. She's like, I'm taking all my music away from Apple Music. Nothing can be played. She even took her stuff off of YouTube. If it wasn't a cover or somebody else's clip video that they made, she took all of it off, and she's like, I'm not doing any of that stuff until you pay me what you owe me for all this stuff.
It kind of makes you look like a cunt anyway, because if Beyonce can have her music up there, you can have your music up there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
And not only that, yes, Spotify and Apple Music are notorious for not really paying their artists what they deserve.
Sure.
Now they're better now because of her, really. But at the same time,
they're still not
she made a big deal about it, and it was just a big deal where she was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then after she finally gets them to pay her and everything, she does a Apple commercial with them where she's running on a treadmill, singing her songs. And I'm like, this girl is hosing these people hard. I'm going to make you pay me for it, and then you're going to pay me to do this and promote your shit.
See, I don't understand why people don't just wise up.
Because it's Taylor Swift, and as much as you can deny or you can admit that she's a bitch, and she can be very mean and unfair and say some things that aren't really true, she is an amazing writer. She's one of the true people that still writes her own music. She does have a person she writes with, but her ideas come from her. And
honestly, she looks like a very she's blonde and she's kind of frail looking, and if you're mean to her, you kind of look like a bully. Well, honestly, that's really what it comes down to.
It is. And she's spoiled. She's been spoiled her entire life.
Yeah.
Literally her family up and rooted their entire life to move to Nashville just for her. Yeah. She's been spoiled, but at the same time,
I mean, it was a smart move on them in the grand scheme of things, though, right?
Well, yeah, it was. But her dad was a big music producer, anyways. Or something like that. But the thing about it is on her newest album, she has a song, and the lyrics are would she get there quicker if she was a man, kind of thing. And then, like, she releases this album and releases this song, and then at the beginning of 2020, they named her the highest paid musician in the world in the last decade. It's like, I think you got far enough being a woman, you know? Not saying that it matters whether you're a man or a woman, but she's just saying how that she would have got farther if she would have been a man.
Just playing the victim role.
Like, exactly, playing the victim and saying...
She's only weird. Like, I remember, the one thing I do agree with her on is the fact that, and she has brought up this before, she's like, I write music about my breakups with my boyfriends, but also guys write music about their breakups with their girlfriends.
Yeah.
So, like, why am I... And I do agree, it is kind of a dumb target, but I will target you for being a terrible person.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm not going to target you because you write about your boyfriend. I'm going to target you because...
Well, also, isn't every guy
because
she's ever dated the worst, apparently?
Well,
like, all her songs are about how shitty these dudes are.
Not only that...
but guys are going to write songs about how terrible all these girls are, too.
And I'm sorry, after you have so many relationships and they're all, like literally so alike, I stopped thinking that they're the problem.
Well, there's a lot of...
You might be the problem, Taylor.
In country music, there's a lot of dudes that write songs about how sad they are because they don't have the girl anymore. Like, just, my girl done left me, and god damn it, where'd she go? I gotta find her and get her back.
Yep.
So, I mean, she goes the exact opposite route.
Well, and I just feel bad because, like, she's always... Well, I don't know if she's dating... I really don't know if she's dating anyone right now. I think she is, but, like... How would you feel if you're a dude and you're like listening to her sing about all these other dudes? I'm like, honey, I'm here. I exist.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it cushions the blow when you're getting like when she's taking you to like
wherever
giant Michelin star meals and you guys are going on just vacation in fucking Bali and wherever.
She has this high rise up in Nashville, and it, like, literally this building is fucking huge, and it's fucking, like, I've seen pictures on the inside, and it's just her and her cats, and it's like, man, like, you're really hurting, you're just hurting in life right now. You're just not doing the best. You're hurting because your boyfriend left you or whatever, and you probably were mean to him, and now you're gonna write a song, and he's gonna be famous because you wrote a song about him.
Yeah, probably. Of course, maybe any of those dudes. Who I don't know.
I mean, she's definitely dated very famous people.
Yeah,
as well.
Are people like, this song's about me? I don't know.
Yeah.
You can usually tell. Like, she'll say something like, on this date, you were wearing this sweater, and everybody's like really quick on the internet to be like, okay, this date, what paparazzi picture came out? And so you can pretty much target every song she's done.
And believe it or not, she's a very open person. She's a very open person, and she makes a lot of comments about things. And, like, in most of her albums, she has, like, the making of it, and it'll be her in her pajamas at her piano with her cell phone. She'll be, like, doing the song, and she'll be talking about what she's thinking about and what she's writing about, and you're just like...
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like, she's pretty open. Like,
I mean, she's a terrible person. Like, we know these relationships. These guys might have been terrible to her, but also she's just actually notoriously a terrible person.
I think it's just because she's such a narcissist. Like, she's definitely a narcissist. Like, she cares about Taylor. She's like, I am Taylor Swift, and I'm gonna be respected.
To be fair, it's working out.
Oh yeah, no, she's doing just...
She's killing it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care. I don't care. She can whatever she wants to me, as long as I can, take her photos sometime. I just want to work for her really bad because I think it would be cool. And plus, I don't know, she is one of my favorite artists. I don't care who she is as a person because I don't know her as a person really.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in her life. I don't really have anything to say that matters to her or anything that matters in my life, but I do love her as an artist, and I fell in love with her music a long time ago, and it's weird because it's all about dudes, but still it's really catchy and I like it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the goal of it, I believe, to make people like it. and she's doing well.
Well, that and one of her new songs, she does like this little screaming part too, and she said she was going to do it, and she did it, and I'm like, okay.